What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome back to Space Engineers Mobile Survival, the series where we can only build things on our rover. This is episode 2 and we are back. Last episode we left off at the humps of Razor Edge Valley, which was our cool little thing, and a lot of you guys like the idea of finding these cool things along the way, so I think we're going to try and do that every episode. Find some sort of cool thing that I can sort of snap into like a postcard or something as like a little part of our journey. But anyway, yeah, the humps of Razor Edge Valley was our one for last episode. Let's get to our car, because we've got to continue. Now, one thing some of you said as well is that we should probably front load a little bit of the building part of this instead of like focusing on distance, because if we focus on distance right now, we're just going to end up rolling over and destroying our rover because it's not really built up. We need more stuff on this. We need a gyro. We need bigger wheels. We need apparently a longer rover. Apparently one of the reasons it kept flipping is because it's so small, and having it just be a little bit longer would have helped a lot. So what we're going to do at the start of this episode, we're going to let the sun go up a little bit. We're not going to move. Well, we're going to move a little bit, but we're going to focus on building up the rover. We're going to do a little bit of a redesign. We're going to, it's going to be fun. Let's not though, next to the humps of Razor Edge Valley, because what I need to do is I need to mine a lot of stone, and I do not want to disrupt that national treasure. So let's hop into our rover and let's, we're going to go off to, I think we're going to go off to, no, I don't want to be in the shadow really either. Let's just go this way a little bit and we'll find a little area. Maybe we'll just go into that mountain over there. Actually, I see a perfect area over there. Let's go this way. Okay, so for the actual work we want to do, we kind of need a flat area, and it's actually, luckily, it's actually kind of flat right here, more or less. So let's go ahead and park our rover right there. We'll hop out, and this is where we're going to do our work. Oh yeah, our fuel is critical until we find some ice. I think that's going to be fine though. Let's get some stone and get this thing working, because this thing takes so long. It's going to be good to have this thing. Oh gosh, I didn't even realize this had happened. It's going to be good to have this thing working 24/7 basically. So let's get a lot of stone loaded in there, and yeah, we'll get started. Okay, a little bit of stone in there, and this thing should now begin to start working. I'm going to get a lot. I'm going to fill this thing up, not all the way, but quite a bit, so that it can work, and then we'll start working on our rover. Okay, here's a little bit more stone, and we now have 13K in there. Let's let that kind of sort itself out. So the first thing I want to do is, since we're going to be working on the rover, I'm going to add some pistons to the side, which are going to let it go up and allow us to build under it. Let me get this to flatter ground. I thought this was flat. It's not really that flat. Actually, we can see the horizon marker on our HUD right there. So that'll actually help us out a little bit. Okay, so before we build anything, we're going to have a really hard time doing anything without the basic assembler, because a lot of stuff is locked behind that in progression. Like the piston, for example, is locked behind the basic assembler in progression. Is the rotor? The rotor might be. Okay, if the rotor is, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put our basic assembler on the ground, basically. It's not going to be functional. It's just going to allow us to build this stuff, because I don't think there's any way to build large grid onto this small grid without the rotor. So we're just going to put a basic assembler on the ground, and we're going to delete it. So it's not technically a base. Don't worry. Does this require 80 computers? Oh my gosh, it actually does. All right, well, while that's working for us, we're going to have to go and get some more stuff, because this is going to take a little bit to build everything, which is fine. We can wait, but let's go and grab some more rock while it's doing that. Oh, one thing I saw a lot in the comments as well is that a lot of people wanted to see more small grid gameplay and less large grid gameplay. So what I think we're going to do is we're probably going to split it down the middle, where we'll try and stick with this small grid until we get to about the halfway point. Then we'll switch to like a large grid sort of thing and go the rest of the way to see how that kind of changes things. So we'll stick to the small grid for as long as we can, or as long as it takes us to get to the halfway point. Okay, how are you doing? I think it's still going very slowly, but that's fine. Oh shoot, okay, here's something I didn't expect. We actually have too much in here now. Whoops. We're almost there. We just need, well, the computers are going to take a bit and the steel plates are going to take a bit, unfortunately, but we're getting there. How's our battery doing? I just want to check real quick so that we don't run out of power here. Wait, 12 minutes sitting on this? Okay, we need to sort out power really soon. One of the things that you guys mentioned, which is a really good point that I didn't think of, is that we're pretty much going to be driving 24/7 in the sun. So why not have some solar panels? It's a really good idea. Yeah, we really don't have that much power left. Okay, we're going to have to get those solar panels up and running. Okay, just for now, we're just going to stick a solar panel right on the side, just like that, so that we have it kind of working for us. And how much is this going to require? The big thing that it's going to require are 4 girders and 8 solar cells. So let's get those queued up before anything else. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 girders. And we'll do 8, well, we'll do 10. We'll do 10 solar cells as well, just so that this can kind of start making us some power while we're doing other things. Okay, with 9 minutes to spare, we have the final solar cells in our inventory, and there we go. We now have a solar panel that should be giving us, I want to say it should be giving us full light, but I don't know. We'll just, I mean, it'll probably go all the way up. That should save us on power. I don't think it's going to completely counteract the use of the survival kit, but it should help a little bit. Like if we look at our battery, that's going to go fully depleted in 9 minutes. Let's see if that starts to go up, because we've got a little bit of input coming in at least. What this means, having this solar panel here, is that even if our battery goes out, we'll still have the solar panels so that we can get back, like we can charge the battery and get started again, which is important because otherwise we're stuck here with nothing we can do. Okay, since we're not working on this right now, let's go ahead and drive just a little bit this way so that our solar panel can get better efficiency. We're gonna go kind of on an angle like this and park like that, which should hopefully give our solar panel better. Yeah, now it's getting 4. Okay, that's good. How much is that giving us? It was giving us 17 before. Now it's giving us 35, which is double, but it's not exactly how much we need. That's probably fine though. It should offset a little bit. Unless we need to build like another solar panel, which probably, honestly, we probably should. Okay, let's get one more solar panel in here. Okay, we're now getting 72 power into here, which is good. Is power really going to be the obstacle of this episode? No other obstacle, it's just power. We just have to get our power sorted. Let's build up this solar panel so that we have a third one going. Okay, recharge now in 13 hours instead of 21 hours. So we saved ourselves 8 hours with one solar panel. Not bad. So I guess one thing we could do is we could abandon this task for now, make a little bit of distance, because I don't just want to sit here. If we make distance, it's going to cost us a little bit of battery, but at the same time, we'll be gaining more than we're losing with this. The only problem is we'll have to drive with this monstrosity on our ship, which I do not know how that's going to affect us. So I don't know. I guess we could try it. I mean, we kind of have no choice unless we sit here and wait for the battery to charge up, right? We should probably try and make a little bit of distance. So let's go ahead and destroy this. We'll make a little bit of distance, get a little bit of the ways toward our marker, and we'll come back for this. I'll keep that stuff in my inventory so I don't lose it. In fact, everything here I'm gonna put in my inventory just in case. Well, maybe I'll just keep it in my inventory. It'll be fine. So okay, as long as we're not full thrust here, we'll have to keep an eye on our power, but we should be good to go a little bit. Let's start going. Make sure we're not leaving anything behind, right? Other than the bumps of Razor Edge Valley. That's a really cool screenshot. Boop. One for the scrapbook. All right, let's start heading over that way. We're gonna go through this kind of gate. This looks like a gate almost. It's like a little corridor, which we're gonna go through. Oh, I just love this little area, this corridor. This is just really cool. All right, what lies on the other side? Oh my gosh, first person is a little bit cursed. We just got solar panels everywhere. What lies on the other side of this thing? Let's find out. Ooh, this is actually kind of cool. And by cool, I mean scary. I think anything cool in this series is also going to be a little bit scary because I don't know how I'll be able to get past certain things. Let's just hope there's a land bridge somewhere. Or a way down so I can go down into that valley. There's a lot of ores here, by the way. I guess I can park real quick. If I'm gonna park, might as well aim up like this and then park. Just so that the solar panels can get their full charge again. How are we doing on that battery, by the way? Did we get a net gain or a net loss with that little trip? I think we got a net loss. Okay, maybe it's not as simple as I had hoped it would be. We have a little bit of iron here, a little bit of nickel. The only point in gathering that would be if we had a refinery, though, which we do not. Nor do we have the ability to power said refinery. But while that's charging up, let's go ahead and take a little look over here, a little peek over the edge, see what lies below. I would say running this far is a little bit of a waste of time, but we're not really wasting time. That thing has to charge anyway. So what can we really do, right? I'm a little bit afraid about beating the sun. It seems to be getting higher and higher. We can keep an eye on that planet right there and see if it gets to that planet. If it does, then we're in danger. Or that planet. Yeah, this looks like a pretty decent way down. I don't think that'll be that bad. I guess while we're here, we can take a couple of screenshots. Even though this isn't like cool stuff, we would really say. But I mean, it's kind of neat, like little humps, right? The humps of canyon. I don't know. We got a name everywhere we go through. That's part of the series. You know what would solve my problem over there is if I just gave in and built more solar panels. I would need probably, I have 3. I'd probably need 8 solar panels, and that would outdo the power used by this thing. If I could have 8 solar panels, I just don't know where I would fit them all. Okay, think about it. If I remove this one right here and placed it like this instead, as like a wing, I could even, yeah, place it like that a little bit. Then I could rebuild it. I don't really want to use that construction component that way, but whatever. Then I'll place this one the same way. Like that. And now we have room for 4 solar panels, maybe even a 5th one if we decide we want to. But we could have these 2 like that, and then we'll do the same thing on this side with this one. Okay, we're trying to build 1 more of these, so let's go ahead and turn this on again. It's kind of a little, it's a bit of an act where we're turning this on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off. But hopefully with 4 of these, it'll help a little bit more, and it'll help us fly. No, not really that part, but hopefully it'll help us a little bit with keeping our power managed. And then we can even stick on a 5th and a 6th one back here if we want to be really risky. I would rather this get a little bit more charge, so let me get this into a position where it can get 4. Looks like it's still 3, but I don't know what else I can really do about that. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Here's what I can do. Since we're allowed to build structures that help us a little bit, I can do this. We're gonna make like a little wheel thing, which is gonna give us more power. It's gonna help us out. There we go. 4 bars. Little charging station. This is kind of the balancing act we have to do. We have to save enough power so that we can get enough stuff to build another solar panel, and we have to pretty much keep doing this until we get enough solar panels built that we can offset the power of this thing. And once we get that, we're good. We can sit around and build a little bit. This might be an entire building episode where we don't go very far. We made it about 2 kilometers, which is not as far as we need to go. But honestly, what can you do? I mean, we were gonna run out of power anyway, so we have to sort this problem out before we do anything else. I guess, you know what, we're here. Let's get some iron. Even though we can't use it right now, we'll put it inside our cockpit just so we have it for when we want to use it. And that should help out a little bit. We'll get just like a little bit of iron, like maybe like 2,000 or something. And then we'll get a little bit of cobalt as well. Oh, it's the beautiful iron. Hello, iron. How's it going? I just want to get a little bit of you. Not that much, so don't be too afraid. Just like 1,000. Nothing too crazy. I chose to get a little bit more than 1,000, which is fine, because you know what? It's my series. I do what I want. We're gonna get 4,000, and we're gonna have it just for when we want to get the basic refinery up and running. Cobalt, yay! We'll get like a K of this, and we'll be good. Did I say a K? Again. Okay, we're gonna get 2.6K, and let's see how well this path worked. Actually worked pretty well. Oh my gosh, for a second I thought it was nighttime up here. I was like, how? We didn't spend like a year inside the cave. Okay, let's head over here. This ship might be out of power now because I did turn this on. Yep, it is out of power. All right, let's go ahead and turn that off. Okay, finally, there we go. We now have our 3rd. Wait, why are we only getting 3 bars now? Uh-oh, the sun's getting closer to the planet. I think we're fine, but it's scary knowing that the sun's going up still. The sun is climbing in the sky. There ain't a cloud inside. Never mind. Go away, storm. Go away. Okay, the storm lasted ages, but I think it's starting to... Oh. Well, actually, there you go. I was gonna say I think it's starting to finally go away, but yeah, there we go. Let's start building up these steel plates, because those are what I really need to get the assembler built. Because we're not actually building... we're just building the assembler so that we can be able to build the rotor. We're only doing it for the progression purposes right now. So let's do this again. Assembler, build up, right click, grab everything I need, try and build up everything. It's just those steel plates that we're gonna need. And those are what's gonna take a little bit. Meanwhile, I think I'm gonna go over to here and try and get some more stone, because we're gonna run out. Okay, full inventory, nice. Ooh, that actually looks kind of cool. We have a little rock running away. That actually looks kind of cool sitting over there.
Inventory full.
10 minutes, okay. So I think we finally got a good thing going with our power. It only took the sun getting to the planet, but I think we're finally... There's like a little transit going over there too. That's kind of cool. But I think we're finally at a good position with the power. We should be able to get this thing built in no time. And by no time, I mean sometime. Well, no time for you guys, because you know what? Power of editing, magic, 3, 2, 1, bam. Well, okay, nothing really happened, and I did it wrong anyway. But anyways, this now only needs 2 more steel plates, so we're almost there. Oh, actually, look at that. There are 2 more steel plates. So boom, build and delete. That's what we're doing, because remember our rule was we're not allowed to build base structures on the ground. We had to do that because we needed the progression stuff. But now that we've done that, we now have access to all the progression stuff there. Now we are going to eventually build an assembler on our ship, and I was hoping to do that in this episode, but we need to build a rotor for that. The only problem is the rotor was locked under the assembler, so we had to put it on the ground first. But anyway, I want to do a little bit of work on our ship. So let's go ahead and stop production here for now. We're going to turn that off, put all of our stuff in here, and we're going to back our ship up so that we're off this thing. Okay, ship, I hope you enjoyed your time there. We're just going to back it up a little bit. And we want to get somewhere kind of flat because we're about to do a little bit of work on our ship. This is flattish, I think. Pause. All right, let's remove this little structure that I built to allow us to get our wheels up, and we'll get started. Okay, the first thing I wanted to do was build some pistons, so we're gonna grab a couple of steel plates, and we're gonna start with that. So can I build blocks here? I guess I can't, can I? We can remove the lights and build pistons where those are. That's not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and remove this, and we're gonna do the same on this side. And we're gonna put pistons there so that we can raise the ship up and work on it. Okay, this is some of the order of the stuff I like to have. I have like a common order of ways I put things in this game. But anyway, we're gonna put a piston there and a piston here, and we need to build this up. Now the small steel tubes are gonna be kind of a pain in the butt, unless I have 4. I only have 2. 4 small steel tubes? Where am I supposed to get 4 small steel tubes? Okay, here's how we're gonna start. We're gonna, in the place of this block right here, we are going to place our rotor. Like so. We're going to remove these blocks all around it. So that one right there and that one right there. And then we're going to remove this right here. Add me a rotor head. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we need, I think, an advanced rotor. Oh, maybe only the advanced rotor can go on small grid where it's 3x3 like that. Maybe I need to remove this and add a large rotor head. Yeah, did that work? Am I crazy? I thought you could rotor large grid stuff onto small grid. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. I could have sworn there was a way to put like a rotor here and then you could put like large grid stuff on top of it. Okay, there might be another way, because so far this is crazy, but what if we take a small rotor head? Okay, so what if I took an advanced rotor part, put it like that, then took, this is crazy, took an advanced rotor, large grid. Oh gosh, this is not gonna work. Oh, because it needs to be way up there. It's gonna break when it comes down on this. That's like so high. If I place blocks around it. In theory, if I put this exactly where I want it to be, it'll come down like that. That's fine. We're gonna remove this bottom part. And in theory, that will connect somehow. Okay, we're gonna move this back just one so we have our clearance that we need. Okay, I think I've accounted for everything. I think if this is gonna work, it's gonna work. If it's not gonna work, it's not. Let's go in here. Let's see if we can attach. Oh my gosh, it attached. Awesome. Can I actually drive this though? Oh, let me,
Critical.
oh, I want this to be perfect. I'm really worried about claying here, but I think it'll be fine. I think we'll live. There we go. So the entire reason we have that is so that we can build our large grid stuff, which is just going to consist of our refinery and our assembler. And I really hope it isn't claying out, but it might. Okay, we've almost got this thing built up. When it's built up now, we can use it because it will be on our ship, but as long as it was on the ground, we can't use it. I don't even know if I can drive, by the way. Okay, we can drive. It's okay, we're gonna need to make our ship a lot bigger though with this thing on it. Or we'll just remove that thing and build it whenever we need to use it. I don't know what would be the best option. Okay, there we go. That thing is now built up. Sweet. Just double tap that to get to the top of our ship for some reason. But now we have a basic assembler. Awesome. So if we needed to build, the problem is I bet you the basic assembler takes up a lot of power. 280? Yeah, it takes up a little bit. But the nice thing is now if we wanted to go and build some large steel tubes, we could do that as well as some power cells. So if we wanted to build like, let's say 20 power cells, what would that take? Honestly, wouldn't take that much. Nickel's kind of a big cost, but yeah, we could actually do that. That wouldn't be that bad. And that would be a lot faster than, like, because we'd be able to remove this and rebuild it, basically, with the power cells. So that is nice to have. But anyway, that's not why we built this. We built this because the pistons require small steel tubes, and we didn't have enough. So let's go ahead and build some small steel tubes with this thing. Production, give us 1, 2, and then give us another 1, 2, 3, 4 for the other side. And I would like you just need iron. I can give you iron. There we go, there's 30. Turn you back off. Okay, just while we're working on this, I want to do something because we're still running out of power. Let's build a wind turbine. This should solve all of our power problems for now. Let's get this up and running. And finally. Why does my wind turbine not work? Oh man, well I thought this was gonna fix all of our power problems. Well, I guess we're stuck with solar because we can't use wind if that's not gonna work until we get like a proper large rover, which we have committed to in this episode, not to until we get to the midway point. So, no wind. That is sad. If you know in the comments why that didn't work, let me know. We're gonna have to work around it. We have this here now, so we should be able to start raising ourselves up. Here's my question. If I do, oh gosh, okay. This is going to be a mess because this is going to be like really glitchy, which I had hoped it wouldn't be as glitchy, but it looks like it's not going to play nice sometimes. So whatever. I'm going to add a piston right here as well. We're going to get everything for that and see if we can build that one up as well. That's going to help us out a lot. I don't suppose you can build me 1 steel plate. Thank you, survival kit. All right, we now have these up and running. Let's really hope they don't clang us out those, because what we're gonna start with is this one right here. We're going to use our build planner to give it a velocity of something, just really slow, and we're gonna let this kind of raise our ship up. This is gonna allow us to, work on our wheels. Okay, it's a little bit of a balancing act, but we can do this. Okay, there we go. And maybe get this one done a little bit more as well. Okay, now the reason we're doing this is because we want to remove this wheel completely for now. We're going to remove the suspension as well. And we're going to basically change the shape of our ship because currently we have it where, I want to have it where this is the middle instead of this being on one of the sides, so it's a little bit more even. And actually I want my ship to be a lot wider now. So we're going to make it like this big. There we go. I'm going to swap out these pistons for these two. I just need to get them built up, which means making some steel plates, which is fine. These are now getting 4 charge, which is pretty good. The sun is rising higher in the sky, which makes me a little scared. We passed the 2-hour mark a little bit ago, which is normally how long I want these episodes to record for, but I'm going to have to go a little longer because it took me a long time to get things set up here. Okay, this is starting to look much better. We now have a wider ship with 5 blocks instead of what was before 2, and we're going to add our wheels on to the front. So we're going to go out further like this. How many steel plates do we have on us? We have 17 to play with. We're going to need to make more to get the wheels done, but let's just work on going out first, and then we'll come back and put the wheels on with our steel plates. We're going to make wheels. And we're going to put them here, except they're going to be 5x5s because we said we wanted 5x5s. This is a right wheel, so we're going to put it right there. Jesus. Oh, it actually had the clearance. Wow, I didn't think it would. Okay, well in that case, let's go on this one. Bump up our velocity just a little bit, make it go a little higher. Because even though I had the clearance, I could have used a little more. And then we'll go with a left wheel, which is this one. And we'll 5x5 this. All right, how many of you are excited for automations coming out? They're gonna have 2x2 wheels. They have announced that. It's gonna be interesting. Now, I doubt that's going to be useful for this series, considering we're going up in wheel size rather than down, but it's going to be cool. All right, this is our finished ship. I hope you guys like it, because this is how it's going to stay for the rest of the series. No, I'm just kidding. But this is kind of the profile we're going to be going for. We're going to do the same thing with these pistons on the back to raise it up and then extend it as well. But let's get these wheels built up first. Okay, you know what? New mission. Here's what we're doing. We are rocking the fabric of our ship. No, here's what we're doing. We're building a refinery right here. It'd be nicer if I could make it go down, like face downward. Okay, I've had to edit my design. I think this is the best that I can do. Let me get in this ship here so I don't die of lack of power. I think this is the best that I can do. I want to keep the profile relatively minimal of this ship. It's already massive. So I built it like this. Yeah, that's about the best I can do, I think. If I connect that bottom conveyor right there to something, then I could actually have the refinery pull ores automatically. But I don't see a way to make the refinery put ores into, or put the ingots directly into the assembler without some other crazy contraptions. So for now, we're not even going to worry about that. What we are going to worry about, however, is getting this refinery built up, which is going to be a pain in the butt. But our basic assembler 5 is going to have to build us 100 of these, which is going to require 2,000 iron ingots, which is going to take ages. But let's start now, and hopefully we'll have it done soon. I think the refinery thing is what we should have done at the beginning, because we're literally sitting on iron, nickel, cobalt. The refinery would make it so much faster to build steel plates, and even just to get solar panels set up. So I think we waited too long for the refinery. We're nearing 2.5 hours. So again, we should have gone 30 kilometers by now. We've gone 2. All right, we are getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Maybe I should stop focusing on this and start focusing on the wheels so we can get moving, because power is currently a problem. It would actually help out a lot if I could maybe get one more of these up and running, and then I could just drive. I could turn this off, turn that off, and just go. Let our power build up, and then we could stop somewhere along the way and maybe pick up some more stuff. That might not be a bad idea. Let me get these steel plates. And I think what I'm going to do with these ones is I'm going to... Well, let me build this up. I had removed these temporarily, but for now, let me just build that back up. The whole idea is that, see, I'm not doing it right. The whole idea is that we should be able to, I have actually a lot right here. We should be able to just let this thing kind of process while we're driving, which we haven't really been doing. So I think that would make it a lot easier if we could get this thing drive worthy, and then we could start going. So let me hop up there. I'm going to remove a little bit of this, specifically just all the steel plates. I don't want to get all of them, but a good portion of them, and we had a lot of them in there. But I'll just leave 24 in there, and then we'll get these hopefully built up. How many do I have on me? I have 43, so yeah, that should help a little bit with this. And then we just need the large steel tubes for these. Oh, okay, so it's not actually nearly as much as I thought we needed. We should only need 700. Okay, cool. Well, let me go get more stone then. We should be ready to go almost, because once we get those wheel worthy, I would like to build a gyro, but with that, I think we can go. We've been spending so much time here, I'd really like to get on the road a little bit. And then we can hopefully build up some power just driving, because our solar panels will handle that. They'll start picking some up. We just need to be extra careful. With the gyro, though, it should help a lot. All right, this got us one more of those, a couple more steel plates. There we go. We now have one workable wheel and thing. This should give us... We need a large steel tube. Oh, I guess that's not quite as high up on the priority list. If I wanted to get a gyro, what would it require? It's a lot of steel plates, but other than that, it's not crazy. Just one large steel tube. Yeah, we could do it. Actually, we should do it. Really. Okay, we'll put a gyro up. All right, this guy is now done. There we go. Let's get our gyro somewhere. I wanted to put it on this because we have a little bit of space back here. So let's stick our gyro, although the gyro is a lot of weight, so maybe let's stick it up front with the other thing so that we can kind of distribute our weight better. Because what we're about to get going, and we're not going to change these wheels yet because we do not have the time. It has taken like a long time to do anything over here because we've stuck around for too long. I think if I put this like there, that'll be perfect. So we're just going to keep the small wheels, which I know it looks ridiculous, but we're going to change them out later. Okay, next episode or the episode after that, probably next episode, we're going to change out the wheels. So don't worry too much about the wheels. All right, let's get over to the stone thing so we don't have to worry. Oops, wrong way. I'm gonna retract these guys. We'll use them again later once we start working on the ship again. But for now, let's get them to retract. Let's hop in here, press P. We have basically no power on this thing, but let's just slowly travel over to that that stuff over there. Okay, this is actually pretty smooth. Just driving like this, it's actually pretty smooth. We're not going that fast, but it is a little smooth. I kind of like that. Okay, let's park over here so that we can get some stone. And then we'll get on our way once we have a little bit. It's much closer now. This is nice. I like it. Yep, okay, there's our gyroscope done, minus any steel, minus the armor. There's one. And here is the other. All right, we're back to having 4 solar panels. I think we're gonna keep it like that. Okay, I think it's about time to set off. Let's just turn this guy out. Let me get a little bit of power. Then we'll hop in here, turn this off for now. I've got to do the trick with production so it stops freaking out. And I think we're ready to go. I'm a little scared because we're very brittle. We're a bit of a glass cannon here. If we flip over, these things might break, that might pop off, all these panels might break. So we need to be very careful, but we can at least try and make a little bit of distance as we power up our stuff. Because the entire time our battery will be powering, because I don't think we're using as much power as these things are getting just with the driving. So let's try this. We have our gyro now. You can see me turning with the gyro a little bit. It's not that powerful, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, let's see what we have to play with here. I'm gonna go to the left because I think that's where, oh Lord, okay, this is really sketchy. But we're gonna go to the left over here because I think that's where we can go down. When I did a little bit of scouting at the start of the episode, a long time ago, I did see a couple of routes over here. So if I turn left here, we might be able to. My vehicle looks crazy right now, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, not a path is what we're learning. Not a path at all. Well, let's go to the right then. If the left doesn't work, go right. That is famous words to live by. Let's see, maybe there's a way around, who knows? It actually does look pretty promising. There's a rock right here. We can stop by just to see what this is. If it's gold or silver or something, we'll be very happy. Even though we won't be able to do anything with it for a long time. Still, it'll be nice to have. It's silicon. Okay, we'll get a little bit of silicon. Why not? We haven't seen any yet. I'll just get a small amount. Guess we can go ahead and name this Silicon Valley then, in that case, if we're naming everything. And the only notable feature about this valley is that there's silicon in it and that I got stuck here. Also, yes, it does look like we can actually go around this fairly easily. I'm glad I didn't try to commit to one of the weirder paths going down. You know, we're actually making some pretty decent speed, but it doesn't feel like it. In the other rover, this felt like we were about to crash at any moment if we're going this fast. In this rover, it feels smooth, which is a good sign. I feel like once we get our actual wheels on the back, it's going to feel a lot smoother of a ride than the other one did, which is very nice. Okay, let's continue on this. We have a nice way ahead, which is good. Some of you guys actually wanted me to try something where I only use first person. I don't think we're going to do that in this series, just because we haven't been so far, and I think we're just going to stick to normal third person and first person. But if you want to see that in a future series, then we could try that if that is interesting. Just a first person only sort of thing. We do have plans to do a first person only series at some point. I did bring up the subject. I forget, maybe it was in the economy only where we brought that up. I don't remember, but we're making some good headway here. I mean, not for the fact that it's 4 hours into the recording technically. So we technically should have gone about 60 kilometers and we've only gone 5, but you know, what can you do? Oh, this looks like it might be some silver or something. Oh, that's just nickel. Okay, that's fine. We never got any nickel. Let me get some nickel. By the way, I never said a proper goodbye to that area. We technically spent like 3 hours in that little valley, or in that, yeah, I guess it was a valley. In Silicon Valley, we spent 3 hours, but I always forget. It's like I have too much object permanence in this when I really shouldn't for this series. Because again, everything, I mentioned this last episode, everything that we leave behind, we're leaving behind for the rest of the series. We will never be back there. So that's kind of crazy to think about. The heck, we're in like a dune, like a sea of thieves. I don't know. We're in a sea, it feels like. A dried sea. Actually, you know what would be really cool is if we found an actual sea, an ice. Because we do need some. Well, we don't need some right now. I guess we do, because we have the hydrogen, or the lack of hydrogen. But if we did find ice, we could make a hydrogen engine as well, which would kind of solve our power problems for a little bit, as long as we have ice. So that would be kind of cool. And I see some green over there. I know that ice spawns in the green. I don't know if it spawns in the dunes here, or in the sand. But who knows? We're just going towards our target, and whatever biome we pass through, we'll pass through. I will admit, it does look really cool in first person. You got the wheels off to the left, the wheels off to the right, the wheels off to the left, the wheels off to the right. We got clear weather all the way. We got our speed on the indicator right there. This is perfect. You couldn't ask for a better day, could you? Although I feel like some Mad Max vehicle's gonna run up on me in a second or something. Trees, please. Should I go around this little mountain or should I go over it? I'll stay in first person as we go over this mountain. I have no clue what's gonna be on the other side. There could be another Razor Edge, just like there was in Razor Edge Valley with the Razor Edge bumps. But, or it could just be a normal valley. I guess we'll find out together. Will I plummet or will I drive normally at a normal speed? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Oh, there's a little cliff, mini cliff, tiny cliff, baby cliff. Look at that tree. Doesn't that look out of place? It's like a tree with leaves on it. That's like a Christmas tree in the middle of the dunes. You know what? This is called Christmas Tree Dunes, or the... What's a better name? Help me out here. Comments, help me out. What's a better name for these dunes that has but a single Christmas tree amidst a lot of dead trees? Ooh, okay. That is a nice looking mountain over there. That one straight ahead looks really cool. We got trees here, lots of trees. Something about that mountain off to the right, past the trees, looks like there's a paw print, like a fist in it, like an upside down fist almost. I don't know, that's weird. Oh man, I might make this one the thumbnail, but do I really want to give away the fact that we're on this like insanely weird looking janky ship? I guess maybe I will. It's a cool looking thumbnail. Anyways, let's continue. Oh, we need to take one of that right there. That's like the paw print mountain. Or the fist, okay, I don't want to call it that. Hello, darkness, my old friends. I've come to drive with you again. Because the sun is slowly catching up. And I really need to speed on up. Cause my car is slow and I need it to go fast. Really fast. Oh man, okay. Decision time. Let's get up here, then we'll make our decision. So. It looks like I'm heading for a canyon, but I don't know. So I guess I could always go around and if it's not a canyon, but it kind of looks like there's a bit of a canyon through there. It also looks like left is clear if I decide to go around. Right looks like I don't even want to mess with that. So you know what, I guess just keep on trekking. Star trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise. Under Captain Kirk. I think we made the right choice. I'm looking at it. It's looking like it's a canyon. So that's gonna be cool. You know what? Maybe we'll stop for the episode in the canyon. It's been a long time. Ah, okay, we're good. I thought I was going faster than I was. Also, power is, you know, complaining. But even though it's probably gonna be a shorter episode, although every time I say that, it ends up being a longer episode. I feel like I'm gonna edit out a lot of it because even though it was like 4 hours and 30 minutes for me, a lot of it's like kind of waiting for stuff because the realistic settings that we have it on for realistic assembler and refinery efficiency, it's just very, very slow. So, and the idea behind that was that we would have it slow so that we could actually just drive while it, you know, works. And it would kind of force us to drive because there's no point standing around while you're just waiting. But so far, we're not actually gaining that much power, or any power at all, driving. We're apparently using it all. So, I don't know. We might have to rethink that. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see what's ahead? Is that a little canyon inside a bigger canyon? If so, I think we're going to have to name the canyon accordingly. This is Canyon Squared. It's the Canyon Canyon. That's better. We'll just call it Canyon Canyon. Oh, okay. Canyon Canyon's a little bit risky. But yeah, it does look like Canyon Canyon. Okay, I think we're going to end the episode then. Right up here on the left. Let's get to a point where we can take a nice screenshot of Canyon Canyon. This will be our... and it's interesting that we're ending the episode at interesting places both times. Episode 1 was ended at the Razor Edge thing. Razor Edge bumps. Episode 2 is ending at Canyon Canyon. I like it. All right, let's step out and take a look. Oh yeah, it's definitely like a little canyon inside a big canyon, which is pretty neat. I like it. We'll even get a cool screenshot of Canyon Canyon right there, just for the scrapbooks. And I think that's where we're gonna end it. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, episode 2 of Mobile Survival. It was a bit more of a static one. We weren't that mobile for most of the episode. It took a very long time to get this stuff built up. We still haven't gotten that built up, the refinery. So we really have a lot to do. I just don't want to sit around and wait. If you guys have any ideas of how we get power a little bit faster, or how we can proceed, knowing that we have these bottlenecks with the power generation and with the assembling and refining, let me know in the comments, because this is a very interactive episode. Things that you say in the comments, I will see, and I will, if they're good ideas, I will add them to things I should do next episode. So put all your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and if you want to support the channel, link to Patreon is down below in the comments section. But with that out of the way, I will see you all in episode 3 of Mobile Survival. Canyon, 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 Canyon. Wait, is there Canyon, Canyon, Canyon? No, I don't think so. Imagine though.